have lemon basil and Siam Queen Thai basil in here. The Thai basil self-seeded and it did not have time to go to seed. So if I want to save this, or if I don't want to buy more seeds for next year, I'm going to have to overwinter this. So I'm going to repot the Thai basil. I could care less about the lemon basil. I'll regrow it for the flowers, for the pollinators, but as far as eating it or whatnot, I don't really care for it much. What I have here is an unpleasant situation with gnats. And for that, we are going to have to kill those gnats and those eggs. So I'm going to empty this bag into the tote. And I've got several quarts of boiled water. And hopefully that will do the majority of the job. And then we'll just spot treat later on if we still have problems. I don't know what the right ratio is. Hopefully that will get the job done. And I'll mix this around. Break up some of the clumps, get those eggs that are in those. And luckily I have a lid for this one, so I can let that cook per se in here. Alright, now this pile of dirt has been in the microwave several minutes, several intervals of minutes. I've done several 2 minutes, and then the last one was 3 minutes. I hope that's enough to have killed whatever bugs was living in this, so that I can safely get the Thai basil in the house without too much problem. I've had this plant indoors for several days. I'm hoping that most of the bugs that needed to come out came out, so that I have less to clean up with the plant. Let's see. There's a nice tiny. I am going to wash off as much of the existing soil. Just so I have that much less bugs to worry about. I know basil's pretty hardy as far as propagation, so I hope I don't kill too many with this transplanting. This one's a pretty sizable plant. I'm probably supposed to thin out the leaves. I haven't gotten to that yet. I'll do that after I get these back in the soil. Alright, so far so good. Let's get some water on these. So this is just some water from the dehumidifier from the basement. It's a good way to use up resources. Plus there's less minerals, which isn't too bad for the soil either. I think that should be enough. Now we bring this in. I'm gonna keep it out of direct sunlight for a couple of days till it gets situated. But yay, one other project complete. So the basil have been sitting here in the window for a few days. I just let whatever leaves die back, fall. I didn't take them off myself. And I think so far so good. We have some new leaf growth, and not too many leaves have fallen off in general. So I feel good about this transplant. I think we're gonna be okay if I can keep these watered for the rest of the winter.